or at least 5 minutes of Andrew Tate, or goddamn it, at least like listen to the Godfather Kevin Samuels at least for 3 minutes. Jesus Christ. Or shit, he gotta come in. He better adopt the big act philosophy. Bitch, I'm the prize. The fuck? You can't get a prize, no fucking black eye. How the prize gonna have a black eye? I'm the prize. The fuck is you talking about? I'm the prize. Who the prize in this relationship? I wonder. Blueface is reminding me of a nigga who needs his girl to make $1. That's the sad part about it, bro. You know how optically this is a horrible look? The famous Crip getting his ass whipped by his girl every 2 business days. This shit don't even look like a jab, nigga. This shit look like it's a combo, nigga. One of them shits you gotta put like a 15 like button combination into the controller, like up, down, left, right, L1, L2, L3, L1. Like, bro, you gotta do all of that. After the 15th button, like one of Manny Pacquiao joints. What the fuck? The only thing I can say about Blueface though, and this is why I'm not gonna judge him. Blueface, I know he black, but he on some white boy shit. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. He like getting his ass whipped. Nigga, I think they were on live. He told her, show them the black eye you gave me. What? Nigga, what the fuck? Show these folks how you beat me up. I think Blueface one of them type of dudes who probably get tied up by Krishan Rock. And I'm not dissing him at all. I fuck with Blueface. But he probably get tied up by Krishan Rock. She got a candle and she dropped hot wax on his chest. I think he likes getting beat up. It's a kink. This is some kinky shit. Because I was really thinking, I'm like, is he getting abused? Or is it some kinky shit? Nigga, this is a kink. Krishan Rock might be pulling Blueface's hair in sex. You know how you supposed to pull your girl hair? She might be pulling his shit. This shit is getting out of hand, chat. This some BDSM shit, nigga. You ever see one of them movies where the nigga got like a tennis ball in his mouth, pause, so he can't talk or scream, and they got his ass tied up on a wheel, and the chick just spin the wheel? Let me look it up. Here we go. You ever seen that episode with Will Smith and Nia Long? And she was on some BDSM shit? Come on, let me see. She was beating his ass for all them sorority sisters. Hold on, let me see. Sorority. Like, there's a sorority episode of this shit. She was violating that nigga. The whole episode. Y'all remember that episode? Or maybe it wasn't Nia Long. I don't know. Anyway. It was in the cabin. You right. Will Smith cabin. Bruh, she was getting his ass beat, nigga. Alright. I can't find it. And I ain't trying to get this shit striked. Whatever. Holy shit. Yeah, she did tie that nigga up in the cabin. Somebody said they dropping a docu-series. Act it could be promo. Brother, I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. This a real black eye, bro. This ain't makeup. This ain't makeup, nigga. That nigga look like he just went 15 rounds with Javonte Davis, nigga. By the way, this is why it sucks to be in the position Blueface is in. Because I think he's into that kink. And by the way, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I think at times he do snap. And I think he might do stuff to her too. I'm going to be honest. But I do know they're into some weird shit. And part of the reason he always tells her on camera to show what she did to him is that when she show a bloody lip or a bloody nose, we be like, damn, you did get that nigga a black eye. I think they fighting like Bloods and Crips, bro. But I do think Blueface likes it. I don't know. Somebody say he probably like getting his balls crushed or some shit like that. I don't know, man. I seen this thing on YouTube, man. It kind of fucked me up, bro. Because I'm wondering if it's true. It was like the fall of Blueface or something like that. It was like a little thingy. Like, you ever seen this?
Blueface's music career is at an all-time low. You only ever hear about...
Yo, my only thing with Blueface, and by the way, I really got no problem with him. Like, yo, I like Blueface a lot. I think he's so entertaining, and I think he can rap. I do get pissed at artists who throw away their talent and who just, bro, I literally feel like he's just sacrificing his career. He really don't give a fuck. But anyway, let's watch this.
About him these days when he gets into a physical altercation in public with his girlfriend Krishan Rock. However, people knew Blueface's career was destined for failure back in 2019 when he said this in his first major interview.
Exactly. Oh, you started Cash Money through Cash Money?
Cash Money West.
Oh, so that is through Birdman and
all I know is Cash Money West and Whack 100. It could. You gotta ask Whack about the other people involved.
You haven't seen your own paperwork?
Nah, I seen it, but Whack showed me. I ain't see the, you know.
It's very clear from this interview that Blueface does not know the details of his record deal. He didn't realize that he was signed to 4 record labels at once. He knows he's signed to Cash Money West, which is a division or imprint of Cash Money Records, founded in 2018 by Birdman and Whack 100. But Cash Money Records is distributed by Republic Records, which is owned by Universal Music Group. Now, there are plenty of successful artists who are signed to multiple labels. However, there is no debate that when your money is being split up 4 times before you get it, it's going to be much harder to make profit. The obvious piece of advice is that you should never sign a contract that you didn't read or you don't understand, but it's much more complicated than that. Signing a bad deal might actually be a good strategy for some artists. Blueface signed his deal in 2018 thanks to the success of his breakout single, Respect My Crippin'. The music video dropped on World Star Hip Hop, and Blueface became a viral meme with his offbeat rapping, high-pitched voice, and silly lyrics.
People say I rap off beat. I say I just rap to a different rhythm of the beat, and it just makes it sound, you know, that much different. So I think that's really what it is. They just don't know it yet, but I just let them know.
At first, it seemed like everyone was making fun of him, but a lot of people, including myself, listened to his music as a guilty pleasure. The controversial virality had listeners diving into his back catalog. Record labels were all eager to sign Blueface, and in December of 2018, he ended up with Cash Money West. So why was signing this bad deal potentially a good thing for Blueface? Well, his label knew that his older song, Tatiana, had way more potential than Respect My Crippin'. The label would connect him to popular West Coast rapper YG for a remix, as well as a lyrical Lemonade video. Then they pumped it out to radio stations all over the country, which led to his first Billboard Hot 100 entry. To keep momentum, they got Cardi B on another remix with another lyrical Lemonade video, which was the...
How many remixes? Yeah, they dropped about like 3 or 4 remixes of the Bust Down Tatiana song, right?
First time Cole Bennett made 2 videos to the same song. Without the label, Blueface would most likely not have gotten those big features, those music videos, or all the radio play which kept Tatiana on the Billboard Hot 100 for 20 weeks. Then he secured a spot as a XXL freshman in 2019. This high-profile publication co-signs 6 to 10 artists as being next up in the music industry. They typically only pick artists who are signed to major labels. By mid-2019, Blueface was a household name in the rap world. Now that he had the fame, all he needed to do was grind to gain more leverage, escape his record deal, and make millions. However, we now know that Blueface did not have an escape plan, because this was his peak. After 2019, he made a key choice that would start his slow demise. His debut studio album would only sell 12,000 units in its first week. Find the Beat released in March of 2020, and despite features from Lil Baby, Gunna, Polo G, NLE Choppa, and DaBaby, it still flopped. Instead of grinding harder to make music to resonate with fans, he changed his focus to something else: OnlyFans. While on set filming a music video for a song off the album,
That is true.
some dancers Blueface had hired began fighting in his house, which sparked the idea for Blue Girls Club, a makeshift OnlyFans reality show where he invites girls into his home and films their every move. For a monthly subscription of $50, more than triple the standard Netflix fee, viewers could watch these women repeatedly fight and party all night long, while Blueface pockets all the cash and the girls get paid in the form of clout. As you could guess, the show was a total disaster from the start. The very first episode started like this.
Damn, y'all late. They already fighting.
Insider was able to speak with 5 women involved in the show, in which they claimed exposure and connections within the industries they were interested in didn't always materialize. Instead, they said they encountered a turbulent environment in which they were exposed to near constant conflict without pay or medical or psychological professionals. One contestant broke her leg within the first 3 days of filming, while another girl even said she was assaulted 8 times, but also admitted she doesn't regret it since she gained 54,000 followers on Instagram. It's estimated that Blueface was making between $100,000 to $200,000 per month from the 4,000 subscribers to his show. Considering he wasn't paying the women, and the quality of the production was around the same as a typical YouTube vlog, it's safe to assume his profit margins were high, and he was likely making way more money on this than he ever did from music. Since he was focused on the show, the music...
That's the unfortunate part of it, right? And to contextualize this a little bit, think about it again. Blueface probably hasn't seen many royalty checks, or if any, right? So he got signed for an advance. I always tell you how it works when it comes to a rapper. You get the advance, and if you're not in the black, you're not gonna see any type of residuals. So now, and rappers, they usually don't really give a fuck about, getting out of debt. They're just trying to get bags. That's all they care about. That's why everybody just perform at strip club, walk through. You know what I mean? It's all about what money they can get now, not being a profitable artist. You know what I mean? If you're a profitable artist, way more negotiation power, way more leverage. You could get way better splits when you got to renegotiate. Who knows? You might even turn this a partnership, right? Or you might even think, damn, if we could probably even go independent and make 10 times more. Anyway, Blueface gets in the advance, right? The label probably spent all they're going to spend in making the album and like whatever expenses for him. And now the song Tatiana is going, and he realizes he's not going to get, first of all, he wasn't trying to drop that album. I don't know if you remember, he wasn't trying to drop that album at first. And usually how advances work, you don't get paid for the single. You get half for the album when they pick up the option, and you get the other half when you turn it in. So he knew he wasn't about to drop a second album anytime soon. So he's not getting no more paychecks from the label. He's still performing Tatiana, going around this and third. But all he's getting, he's not going on these big ass tours. He's doing like a club tour. The only other income is this goddamn show. And that show probably gave him, I ain't gonna lie, he probably got maybe 400,000, you know what I mean, 400,000 a month from this. I don't think Blueface signed for 400,000. I don't even think they gave him 400,000 to make the album. So why would you not keep doing the thing that's getting you more money than you would have got doing music?
Music he was releasing was lackluster. Aside from his feature on DDG's track Moonwalking.
By the way, it also shows a pivot in focus. And this is where, a lot of these artists who came during the clout era fell to that same thing. Once the checks stop coming in because they're in limbo, and the only thing that could get them out of limbo to get more checks is good music and getting music that would hit, these guys looked at it like, I got clout. Let me pivot elsewhere outside the music. They started doing goofy, giveaways, all these other things, trying to sell the clout and essentially say, why focus that much on the music? But again, without the music, the clout goes down.
In Calabasas, Blueface's music was falling on deaf ears. However, in 2020, he did meet his now girlfriend, Krishan Rock, who was among the 10 women casted for Blue Girls Club, and is now the reason why Blueface is constantly in the news. Krishan Rock is one of 12 siblings. She grew up on the rough streets of Baltimore, Maryland, and survived a very abusive and toxic childhood. She was a gifted track and field athlete throughout high school and was on pace to go to a D1 college. Also during this time, she was building a decent-sized Instagram following. She went to a 2-year university in California and was taking track and field seriously, but knew she longed to be famous, to relish in the glamorous Hollywood life. Ultimately, she dropped out of school when she was scouted for a show called Ultimate Tag.
I'm the youngest in the competition. I've been through more than most. It was a struggle growing up, and I was even homeless.
Wait. So you tell me she didn't sound like she had a frog in her throat all her life? Bro, do you hear how she sounds now? Yo, she sounds like she smokes 50 cigarettes a day, my nigga. Bro, she sounds actually like a woman here.
Abusive and toxic childhood. She was a gifted track and field athlete throughout high school and was on pace to go to a D1 college. Also during this time, she was building a decent-sized Instagram following.
Yo, by the way, is it true that she used to, I heard she was playing safety on the men's team? The only woman who I believe could beat her ass is Meg Thee Stallion. You gotta get Meg out. You gotta bring Meg to beat her up. You gotta bring Meg to beat her ass.
She went to a 2-year university in California and was taking track and field seriously, but knew she longed to be famous, to relish in the glamorous Hollywood life. Ultimately, she dropped out of school when she was scouted for a show called Ultimate Tag.
I'm the youngest in the competition. I've been through more than most. It was a struggle growing up, and I was even homeless. Athletics saved me. It was like an outlet for me to put all my stress, all my pain on
I ain't gonna lie, I got her with Sha'Carri Richardson too.
the track. I want to win all.
Damn, she doing the rope shit? No wonder she fucking up that nigga.
It saved me. It was like an outlet for me to put all my stress, all my
nigga, she muscular as fuck.
Pain on the track. I want to win Ultimate Tag and put myself through college, and I'm going to win tonight.
She won the game show, which earned her $10,000, and she was able to live off that for a little before submitting her audition tape to be on Blueface's reality show. Krishan quickly became the star of Blue Girls Club, basically because she was willing to fight anyone. She even lost her front tooth during a fight in the house. She started doing interviews and getting her IG followers up. At first, Blueface and Krishan weren't a couple. They just had a working relationship. He even signed her to help her music career.
Talk to us about what you saw in Rock that made you want to get behind her, start a movement, support her as an artist, etc.
I just saw all the star qualities in her.
Damn. Back in the day when Blueface actually was the star of the relationship, man.
I wasn't always musically the best, but I was a star, so for sure she's a star.
So does that mean Rock's money is being split up 6 ways now? Never mind. After she released a few songs, Blueface took her onto Aiden Ross's stream for some extra promotion, but it did not go well. Blueface and Krishan come onto Aiden's stream and immediately start making fun of him. At first it's just harmless jokes and Aiden goes along with it, but then they push him to the background, grab his speaker, and start blasting Krishan's newest song. Blueface demands Aiden to dance. Aiden went along with the jokes because he knew it would be funny. However, he had about 250,000 live viewers, and Krishan was getting all this free promotion while being extremely rude. Aiden's viewers did not like seeing him getting bullied on his own stream.
Who you be talking to?
Okay, all right.
You know, you be low-key disrespectful while trying.
Wait, what?
I know it sounds silly, but Krishan and Blueface being rude to Aiden genuinely impacted their reputation to the youth. Aiden has one of the most loyal followings on the internet. Whoever is cool with Aiden, his followers also support heavily. They had the opportunity to gain potentially hundreds of thousands of new supporters, but instead they tried to act all cool, which led to all of his followers despising both of them. Despite this, fans thought Blueface was making a comeback with his music. His verse on Better Days is probably the best verse he has ever made. Blueface has the potential to make such good music, and this right here is an example. Along with another song with DDG called BGC. It seemed like Blueface had a creative spark. Instead of continuing the music grind, he decided to do a TikToker boxing event. Many people questioned why a famous rapper and self-admitted gang member would fight a TikToker. For money? Or maybe he genuinely wanted to challenge himself? He won the fight. He was allegedly only paid $25,000, but I can't imagine him doing this event for that small of a paycheck. Then again, when your music money is getting split 5 ways and it's underperforming, $25K.
Nah, no way. I always thought that he got paid close to $500,000. Now, granted, the numbers don't say he would have got paid $500,000, but I'm still confused why the fuck I was confused why it wasn't like at first it was supposed to be a bare knuckle fight. I don't know, bro.
GC. It seemed like Blueface had a creative spark. Instead of continuing the music grind, he decided to do a TikToker boxing event. Many people questioned why a famous rapper and self-admitted gang member would fight a TikToker. For money? Or maybe he genuinely wanted to challenge himself? He won the fight. He was allegedly only paid $25,000, but I can't imagine him doing this event for that small of a paycheck. Then again, when your music money is getting split 5 ways and it's underperforming, $25K might be a good payday. He even started his own restaurant, Blues Fish and Soul, which had mostly positive reviews. It became an affordable soul food spot in LA and stayed open for over a year. Today, Google says it is temporarily closed, so I don't really know how successful that was, but at this point it seems clear that Blueface is not just a rapper. He isn't working on albums or trying to make a musical legacy. He is casually putting out singles to maintain his celebrity lifestyle. Blue Girls Club returns, and this time it gets crazier. More fights and more chaos. A clip of the girls sleeping on bunk beds and living in dirty conditions went viral. He was also saying that the girls had to get tattoos of him or else they had to go home. People were accusing him of starting a cult. Now we know they weren't being held against their will. They wanted to be there for the fame and notoriety. An Instagram live went viral where Blues manager Whack 100 tried to kick Krishan out of the house for her bad hygiene and bad attitude. In this fiasco, we learned that Blueface allegedly dropped Krishan and was not helping her music career. People were confused because they thought Blue and Krishan were on good terms. They seemed to be very close. A few weeks later, the mother of Blue's firstborn son announced that she was pregnant again, so he was expecting another child. This derailed Krishan, and it was about to get ugly. Krishan and Blueface have the tendency to post every facet of their relationship on social media. Any bitch in my life is obligated to submit to me. That is the text message that Blueface sent to Krishan.
Shit.
She posted this long back and forth feed of text where Blue is trying to break her down. Then when she says she is done and doesn't care anymore, he says, "I love you," and "I miss you." People saw the clear manipulation tactics. 1 month later, Rock got intoxicated, broke into his house, and passed out in the bathtub. She took to Instagram Live and Krishan stated that part of the reason for her behavior is that she loves Blueface for, quote, taking her out the hood. A week after that, she stole his Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon and tried to drive it across the country. But before leaving the house, she left a message on the wall, "I love Blue. Look closely. See what that's written in? I'll give you a hint, it's not ketchup." She actually got arrested for this situation, but it didn't lead to any major charges. Surely anyone at this point would realize these two should not be together. Instead, they decided to make their relationship official. In celebration, Krishan got a tattoo of Blue's name Jonathan right above her area. A couple months later, she got his whole face tattooed on her neck. They have both clearly showed that they have some sort of dependency on each other, but it is disproportionately affecting Krishan.
So, how many Blueface tattoos do you have?
I got 5. One on my face, one on my neck that say Jonathan Jamal Porter, one on my that say Jonathan, one on my hand that say Jonathan.
Now she is a grown woman who is capable of making her own decisions, but Blueface is also proven to antagonize.
Wait, she really got a tattoo that says Jonathan Pussy?
Her. He is constantly putting a camera in her face. He knows how to push her buttons and does it for the entertainment of his Instagram following.
Just a fighting. All your life you had to fight, huh?
He stopped being.
You loves Harpo, but you killed him dead before you let him beat you.
Some people think he is trying to document her behavior for his own protection in case things get bad, because things were about to get really bad. A clip goes viral of Krishan beating up Blueface's sister. Allegedly, Blueface hit his own mother, left her bruised up, and his sister Callie showed up with her husband to defend her mom. When Callie got there looking for a fight, apparently 7 of Blue's friends jumped Callie and her husband. But the video clip that went viral cut all of that first part out, and they only showed a little scrap between Krishan and her.
She got beat the f up, he got beat the f up for you.
If you treat your mom bad, you'll treat anyone bad. Nothing about this situation is normal, but most people thought that if Blueface would be willing to fight his own family or let other people fight his family, then Krishan was not going to get special treatment. And they were right. Shortly after, Krishan and Blueface got into an altercation in public, which involved both of them throwing punches at each other. Krishan swung on Blueface first, and he was defending himself. This is the first time anyone had seen them physically assaulting each other, and it wouldn't be the last time. Just a few weeks later, another fight outside of a nightclub. We have reason to believe Blue started this one as he pulled her hair in the beginning of the clip, but Krishan is the one who ended up getting arrested.
But you're not going to get into any sort of like physical blues again? Alright, alright.
Here first, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
alright.
At this point, it seems like Blueface's music career is officially done. Sometimes we assume that because someone has a successful music career, that's what they want to do for the rest of their lives. The ironic thing is, people are starting to realize that Krishan is the one maintaining Blueface's relevance. The narrative is starting to shift. People stop looking at Krishan as the crazy girlfriend and start looking at Blueface as the manipulator. They are rooting for her. At the same time, people start looking at Blue's mom Clarissa as an instigator as well, because she is constantly going on Instagram Live, bringing up drama, and trying to get her own clout from her son's drama. Blueface is a grown man, and it's obvious that she wants to insert herself into his relationship for her own benefit.
But I want to get on here and ask Mr. Blueface, where's your family? Where are the people you started with? Where's Bravo? Where's Earl? Where are the people that were on your team when you started?
So how does this end? With a reality TV show, of course. Crazy in Love was just announced, along with Krishan getting another neck tattoo of Blueface. It's really hard to tell how much of this is real, and how much of this is all for shock value entertainment. We all agree this is not healthy or normal, but they have an incentive to keep up this toxic lifestyle because they are making money from it. I want to feel bad for them. I want to think that Blueface is going to focus on music one day again, but I think this is exactly where they all want to be.
Wow. I think it's a pretty well done video. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like we should feel bad for Blueface, but then I kind of think like, yo, I think this nigga's manipulating her because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, Blueface in this relationship right now is it's like the nigga who don't really like the girl, but the girl got some money and she got the house that you need to stay in, so you just kind of tolerating her. I'm not saying that because Blueface got I think he got 2 cribs, but I'm gonna be honest with you, the interest in Blueface is mild compared to the interest in Blueface when he's with her. The interest in her is because you know what it is? Dudes are looking at, I could say my page was a Shade Room page. Dudes looking at Blueface like, damn, nigga, like, bro, like, they're looking at him like, yo, bro, you looking weird. On the Shade Room, they love somebody like Krishan Rock. They love a woman who could sock a nigga in the mouth. They love a woman who's toxic but like heavy in love. So Krishan Rock is super lit via the Shade Room and female blogs. When it comes to Blueface, he's less lit because people looking at him like, bro, why are you doing all this bullshit? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep this bitch going. I seen some shit. I think it was on Hip Hop DX. Ice Cube says he wants back Friday, and I see he's trying to do what Dave Chappelle did with the Chappelle Show. Anyway, apparently after on his appearance on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson.
You a superhero, man.
Let me see if I can find it. When does he say it? Maybe they have the right. Does nobody do timestamps no more?
You was like I said, it's like being up there with my cousin, real, and I believe it had to be Drake.
For nails, kids. I mean, it's supposed
real. One of them, they said we was hype. We
show.
All right. I'm gonna just read the fucking text because I cannot. No one has a timestamp. It says during an episode appearance on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, the West Coast legend aired that the company that currently holds the rights to his classic films aired out the company that holds the rights to his classic films. So I don't know. Warner Brothers is weird right now. I don't know what they're doing. They doing what they doing. We'd love to have it back. I think it's going to be close to a time when we get it back. So either we'll wait for that time or we'll try to convince them that they need us to let us control the movie. It's my movie, but they have distribution control. When asked by Tyson if he's ever considered purchasing the rights to the films, Ice Cube responded to the former heavyweight boxing champ with an empathetic no. Say, I'm putting shit up for it. Fuck no. Say, they need to give it to me and they gonna make money. I'm not about to pay for my own stuff. That's stupid. They need to do the right thing, get it to us, let us turn it into more money and make the fans happy. We can do a lot with it. Yo, Ice Cube, my guy. By the way, before I even say any of this, I love your movies. I love what you're doing, even with the basketball league. I think you're a great addition to black culture. But we gotta stop thinking that we're gonna bully companies into just giving back what you signed away. You signed away the distribution rights for Friday to Warner Brothers for whatever check you got at that time. And granted, have they recouped? Have they whatever? Yes. But you told them they could put it wherever. Now we got streaming and we got Netflix, this, that, and third, and whatever. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The movie probably could make more if you're in control of it because, it's just a cultural movie. But all I'm gonna say, y'all niggas, y'all can't do what Dave Chappelle did, bro. What Dave Chappelle did, I believe Joe Budden tried to do. I believe Kanye tried to do. Did Kanye do it a little bit? No, yeah, Kanye tried to do it. Only person I've seen do it is Dave Chappelle. Essentially, just to simplify everything I'm trying to say. Yo, not because you have some cultural equity means you're going to scare these companies into giving you back what you signed away. They ain't steal it from you. You signed a contract. You gave it away. And now, granted, I think I know the retort here. People might say, well, when they did the film, no one was thinking about streaming companies like Netflix and all these other things. They were just thinking about distribution in the natural sense of a film to like linear TV and distribution through theaters, right? Hold on one second. Somebody said, "Oh, that's Jay Prince idea." Y'all wildin'. Anyway, yo, here's the point I'm trying to say, man. Yo, it's just not gonna unless you have the equity and the power to get people to boycott a movie. And shit, Ice Cube should try it. Tell people don't watch Friday. Maybe they won't watch it. And if it becomes non-profitable, yes, you could do what Dave Chappelle did to get back the rights to the Chappelle show. But, you know, the whole thing with Dave Chappelle sold it. Like, Dave Chappelle signed off on Comedy Central controlling the rights to the show for whatever he signed it off for. He was just lucky enough to get it back. I just don't think that's going to be a norm, because what would be the point of these companies owning your shit or giving you a lot of money to own your shit if years later you could just like use your fans to get the shit back? So I don't think this is going to work with Ice Cube. By the way, do I want him to get the ownership back? Yes. But these motherfuckers signed deals at the moment when they were producing these shows or producing these movies to give control to somebody else, and not because now we have streaming or not because you have now become greater in your career. They're just going to give it back for free. It just ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? What are y'all talking about in the chat? I'm blinking? What? Hold on. I seen somebody say something. Say I don't understand people that take the company's side. It's either jealousy or what? What? Let me see. What are y'all talking about? Yo, I'm not taking it. Hold on. Just to clarify, I'm not taking the company's side. I know it might sound like I'm taking the company's side. All I'm just trying to say, bro, we have contracts. And if, like, you know, obviously we went through this already. If you don't believe in a contract, don't sign a contract. There's been many times I have underestimated my value and my worth. And I signed a contract and I was very, you know, I felt conflicted because I'm like, damn, I already outperformed this. Damn, like they're making way more than I am. Now, granted, some people or some companies will let you renegotiate, but they don't have to. Because if they had taken a loss, and by the way, there's been certain times I've signed a contract where like the company, they were just trash and they just handed over a bunch of money to me. You think they could come to me and be like, oh no, we don't want to pay you that. No, nigga, the contract. So that's all I'm trying to say. Like, bruh, we can't, unless you have that equity, I don't think you could bully a company to give you your shit back. Because in reality, bro, you signed the contract. Somebody say, yo, I loved you on Everyday Struggle. Now, thank you for that. Yeah, once you sign the contract, bro, it's your fault, bro. I'm sorry to tell you. And by the way, I completely understand, like, when it comes to, like, even this movie, right? This movie was made before Netflix, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, and all these other things. And, you know, by the way, let's look it up, Friday. They made the movie for little and nothing. And then when they made it for that, the return on it was crazy. Friday movie. Let me just look. They made the movie for $3 million. Granted, this movie's definitely made over $100 million. Obviously made, let's call it 30 in box office, but like shit, what it's probably made from streaming, this and third. Granted, here's the thing. Ice Cube's not getting paid for the streaming. That's definitely a little fucked up too, right? You know what I mean? And I think that's where I don't know. Maybe I should change my opinion on it. Well, I think you should get paid for the streaming, but if you signed over the rights, I ain't giving back the rights. Like, because I think about all the old school rappers and artists who they get mad later to be like, yo, we're not getting paid for the streaming of our music, but their contracts never had anything to do with streaming. So basically it's a new medium where the label basically don't got to pay you. Now, granted, I agree, the label should have to pay. My thing is just the ownership. Don't ever sign over the ownership to your shit if you later want the ownership back for free. Or if you want the ownership back at all, because sometimes people might be like, yo, we don't want to sell you the ownership to your shit. Kanye, who was worth supposedly $7 billion according to him, he tried to buy back the masters to his own projects from Def Jam. They weren't willing to sell it. No, we're good. Now, of course, he could make a stink like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I have enough money to pay whatever price you give, but they're like, no, we want to keep it. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody said the guy who wanted royalties on Lion King was smart. I don't know about that. Anyway, I don't know how to slip past me. I didn't get a chance to post it. But Quando Rondo, y'all seen this? Quando Rondo body slammed somebody. Look like this nigga been taking some jiu-jitsu class ever since he got his ass whipped by King Von. It was like Foot Locker or something like that. Y'all seen this? It was recently, I think, though. This week. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Quando Rondo Foot Locker. Where the fuck is it? So, it's an old video? Is it an old video? Oh, it's an old video. Oh, I thought I was recent. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, it's old. Never mind. Yo, real quick, man. Nia Long. Shorty. Nia Long came out and said, yo, she's slamming the Boston Celtics to say no one has called her to see if she's okay after the Ime Udoka scandal. She is upset, right, by the way the Celtics handled the fallout of her fiance, right? In a new interview, did I address this already? I don't think I did. She said that the Celtics still have not reached out. I already talked about this, right? I did. Am I tweaking tonight? Somebody said, you talked about this drunk man. All right, I'll go into something else. Ashanti claims somebody was trying to fuck her for 40 grand. Or something like that. She said a producer wanted some shower sex. Let's see if we can find it. I think she described. Here we go. Let's watch this. That's interesting. Hey. By the way, I condemn any nigga who's just trying to use music to fuck women. But I do have to be realistic. In the music game, a lot of people definitely look at women or some women as, I'm doing you a favor, and to be honest, I could charge you out the ass, but if you suck this dick real quick, we could be square. You feel me? Here's my problem with her saying this. I wish she revealed the name. It's like when Lotto said this. Lotto was like, yeah, a nigga was he told me he wanted to fuck her. What did Lotto say? And then everybody thought it was Kodak. Is like, yo, Ashanti, you've been in the industry for 20 years now. Just say the name. Just say the fucking name. You know what I mean? Because I don't think you do any service to any other woman who might work with this nigga later, right? They're probably over there sucking cock for a beat, and then the beat don't even turn out to be nothing. If some shit like that happened and you're trying to speak about it in an interview for awareness, why not just say the nigga name? Somebody says, oh, she's trying to not be blackballed? Bro, Ashanti been in the game for 20 years. Bro, I understand like Ice Spice. She's like barely in the game. Nigga, Ashanti is like one of the cougars in the game right now, bro. Like, she's a seasoned vet. Nigga, she did a fucking verses. How the fuck they gonna blackball her? My thing is, why not say the name? I thought even Lotto should have said the name. Because here's the thing, too. Everybody persecuted Yak for the Lotto thing, and maybe it wasn't a Yak, right? So why not just say the name? Because people are going to attack someone because you're basically saying this for people to feel outraged. Somebody said if she say the name, men will do her like they have done Meg. That's what Chat Gal is saying. If she say a name, they'll do her like how she done Meg? Well, no. Chat Gal, I'll disagree. If Meg, like, again, the reason why people are doing quote unquote Meg like how you think they're doing her is because they think she's lying. If we saw on camera Tory shoot Meg, nigga, we'd be like, get Tory the fuck on out of here. This nigga tweaking. It's because of Meg's certain inconsistencies with Meg. That's why people are wondering if she's telling the truth. Meg at first said, yo, I ain't get shot, I stepped on glass. Then she says, oh, I got shot. Then she said, yeah, I got shot, but I ain't gonna tell you who. Then she says it was Tory. Then she says, to be honest, I was gonna let it slide. I wasn't even gonna say this until he did this. The story kept changing. Then she comes out and say, oh, we weren't fucking. Not that it matters that much, but it's like, people just don't believe Meg. I think Meg talks so much, people don't believe her. If Ashanti came out, and granted, she wouldn't say this guy's name because they allegedly had a relationship before. If Ashanti came out and said, yo, it was Irv Gotti, everybody would believe her. Like, who would not believe Ashanti? Why would she lie? People just look at Meg as having inconsistencies to her story, so some people summed it up to say, yo, we can't really rely on what she's saying. That's not the same case with Ashanti at all. So I say if I saw what Melly said on Instagram, yeah, I did. Meg said the reason why she didn't tell on Tory that night at first was because she didn't want him to get shot by the police. Later on, she said she wanted to put that nigga under the jail. Come on, bro. Anyway. I have a lot of sympathy for Ashanti, and I believe her. I just wish she would say the story. You know what I mean? Again, some of these practices would be less popular. Like, if you're going to pay the favor forward for your fellow female rappers, say the name. Say the name. Because what happens in this game is that women, their shelf life is small. Like, there's still niggas who were produced in the 90s still producing for people. So if you don't say this nigga's name, he's gonna fuck, like, maybe he ain't fuck you, but he gonna fuck some of these chicks. You know how many female artists that I know that get invited to studios or studio sessions and the nigga act like they fuck with their music, but then basically use that to be the thing to get cozy up to them. Then later they're going out to eat 2 days later. They be like, yo, I'm going to a baseball game or a basketball game, pop out with me. Really, they have no intentions of making music. They just are trying to fuck. Anyway, somebody says, was YB talking about Savage in his new song? Let's listen to YB's new song. Actually, I could play it on YouTube, I believe, because, let me see, NBA Youngboy. I could play. Yo, you know the craziest thing about this? Yo, NBA Youngboy is on the most aggressive Stop the Violence campaign in history. Stop the violence, you pussy ass bitch. Like, yo, he's on the most aggressive Stop the Violence campaign we've ever seen. Have we ever seen a more violent or more aggressive Stop the Violence campaign? He's not like, all right, guys, put the guns down. His Stop the Violence campaign is like, put the guns down, you pussy ass bitch. You wouldn't fire anyway. Like, yo. This shit is aggressive. Let's stop the violence because you know you a bitch. You ain't getting a fight. By the way, he was talking about certain people. I couldn't figure out who he was talking about. Y'all gonna help me. Which part you think he talking about 21 Savage at? Which part? Where? This is as much as introspection you're gonna hear from Youngboy. Like, bro, rather than him getting on Instagram cussing out a nigga and going back and forth, bro, he's putting it in a song. I like that. Y'all know y'all do like when Youngboy address shit now. Do y'all want him to be on Instagram complaining like a girl, or you want him to put it in the... Unfortunately, him standing his ground is what's getting him fucked up. I think Kanye standing his ground.